Hello, welcome to the Cozy Chit Chat with Tara at TARAONELOVECOACH.com. Hello, everyone. Sending blessings to you all internationally, here in the USA and all over the world. Well, this is my third episode. And I've been kind of mulling around in my mind, what am I going to talk about? Okay. And I had a couple of outlines. I'm not great with scripts. Actually, I just may mess stuff up. I may just mess it up. However, I wanted to talk about, first I'm going to do an open general reading. No specific sign. It's just going to be how the seeds land in spirit, in your ear, and how it resonates with you, then that's where the seed is supposed to take root and grow. Okay, I hope everyone is doing well. So, with the Cozy Chit Chat, it's basically whatever topics that come to mind. Again, I want to say that I am on Anchor.fm. If you download the app on Anchor.fm, there's a message tab. And you can send me a message if there's something, an area in relationship where you would like for me to explore. Let me know. Send me a message, Anchor.fm. I'm also on the podcast, the Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spreaker, Spotify. So, hope you're there, and hope we can have a wonderful, I'm looking forward to us having a wonderful chit chat. Okay, so I'm going to start off just to kind of loosen me up a little bit and seeing what's in store. Yes, we are in the fall season. Time seems to be moving fast, but the fall is about harvest time. It's gathering those seeds up. Either we're getting ready to plant the seeds, or we're getting ready for the harvest of what we already actually planted. For some of us it's in the summer, for some of us it's in the spring, and for some of us, in the winter. Everything freezes up in the winter, So, but you can warm things up, right? Okay. So, I said I was going to let my hair down, I was going to just let it rip. Let's see if that's going to happen, Okay, so I'm going to start with an open message, and wherever the seeds land, then I'll take it from there, and I'll start with the open message, and I'll see what topic, relationship topic, I'm going to go on, okay? All right, so let me put 3 cards down. And, okay, so the first card I got and received is the Chariot. Okay, so definitely for this fall is about movement. And it's about movement, things taking root. The seeds that you planted are taking root, and they're going full speed ahead. Yes. So a lot of movement here I'm seeing, but a lot of unity I'm seeing as well for many of you. A lot of unity, a lot of coming together. So yes, let me move a little bit further. And I got the 5 of Wands here in that number 5. So there we have that movement, but then again, the test will come. A test of how we're going to move and how we're going to maneuver around whatever obstacles, okay, that's before us. It speaks about challenging times with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, for some of you, may have been going through a lot of emotional, passionate energy, high energy, not being able to see eye to eye, feeling a little bit guarded, possibly. Protecting yourself, protecting your heart for some of you. So let me move a little bit further. And we have actually the moon coming forth as well. Looking at our reflection, looking at our shadow side, being faced with our shadow side, the things that we keep hidden. Okay, so those are the three cards. So we have two major arcanas. We have the Chariot, overcoming obstacles. The Chariot is like when you're moving like a warrior. You could be moving to fight. You could be moving to fight whatever obstacles that are in front of you. I do see a pulling together in spirit, but I see a pulling together, but I also feel that, okay, so spirit is saying where there's unity, there's strength, but also some of you may feel like your relationship is being tested, okay? And being tested by the outside, whatever the energies are, it could be inside and outside, okay? Inside and outside. For some of you are also thinking about your past, how things went, possibly with an ex, how things ended. So some of you are really looking back and reflecting a lot on what you left behind. I just pulled the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about longing for the past, longing for what you missed in the past, thinking about that significant other, possibly an ex from the past, a past relationship. So you could be in that place for some of you that's really longing to be with that significant other. And maybe with this Chariot energy I see, you could be fighting to get back to that significant other or with that person. And maybe for some of you are how do I put it? Sometimes we can be impatient, and if we go through a breakup, we tend to be impatient because we have a fear of losing that individual, and we feel if we're not constantly persistent in talking to that person, they're going to slip through our fingers. So some of you may be dealing with fear of losing a person permanently because there may have been a brief breakup, a brief separation. Maybe that person you love has shut you down, possibly blocked you. And even with that situation, we still try to fight to get to that person, to try to get their attention in some way. For some, it's hard to do just to fall back, but sometimes that's what we have to do. Because when if some of you have been going through a block or being blocked in regards to communication, in regards to social media, sometimes we have to fall back. We have to have the faith. Let me tell you this, we have to have the self-confidence in ourselves to know that falling back doesn't mean it's totally, that's it. We're going to lose the individual. Taking a step back and respecting that person's space is extremely important. But for some of us go through fear. And that fear comes from what we've been through in our childhood. And some of that fear could be connected with abandonment, okay? Rejection. So we may connect the dots in that way mentally, because now we feel like we're being rejected again. And subconsciously, you're going back to what you've been through in your past, for some of you. So we tend to want to make up for what we've lost in the past. And we may do it so that without us realizing it, we can push that person away even more. Okay? So it's all about respecting the other person's space. So maybe this is why the moon is coming out, the things that are hidden, the things that are underneath, the things that we have to deal with are within ourselves, okay? And then when the Five of Wands come in, this is the energy of going at each other, fighting, words back and forth. Okay? This is when we misunderstand each other because we're just speaking so loudly, we're not actually hearing what each other says or saying. We're not. Some of us may be too selfish to hear because we may think it's all about ourselves and not thinking about the other person. Okay? For some of us, the other person already have told us what the problem is and what the issue was before the separation. But we still don't hear what they're saying. There are white flags, okay? There are flags of surrender, the white flag, and there are the red flags that we need to pay attention to. And when we're so caught up into ourselves, we don't hear what the person is saying. We don't see the white flag of surrender. Or we don't see the red flag of warning. So we tend to move forward because we're so caught up into what we want, not what the other person wants. It becomes lopsided, one-sided. So, and I got to get back to my point. The thing is with that is that I needed a direction. And sometimes we can be in a relationship where we feel like we're not going anywhere. We feel like we're not making progress. That's because our agendas, we're not on the same page. And how did I get there? Or how do we get there? Actually, we were lied to. Okay? And you want to give the person the opportunity to pull it together, but it comes to a point where the relationships get stagnant. See, some of us will come to the realization and just basically say, you know what, stop over there, stop this shit, because I want to get over it. I want to get off, okay? And I don't want to be sailing out in the ocean in the middle of nowhere. But you get the other person saying, look, I like sailing out in the middle of nowhere, going nowhere with you. Because, I really don't want much. I mean, not much. If you could just make it do what it do, I could sail out in this ocean, But then on the other side, I'm like, okay, I don't want to float out here in this ocean no more. I need a direction. I need to know that I'm going somewhere. I need to know that I'm going somewhere with this relationship. What are our goals? I mean, I sailed out in the ocean back in my 20s and just stayed there. Nope, no, I didn't. I'm lying, because I never stayed out in the ocean, honey. Honey, once that ship stopped, I got off and went on the next ship. So, you want to have a direction in a relationship, but you also want to hear what your partner is saying to you. So that's when it's time. When you feel like you're in the middle of the ocean and your ship is just floating and it's going nowhere, it's time. Well, guys, I'm going to close out here. I said a mouthful, but I let my hair down. I'm feeling good. I let my hair down a little bit. I'm going to close out this cozy chit chat, and I'll talk to you real soon. Until next time, God bless you. Signing out.